we're looking at the timing of the water that comes in. But I can get more in detail, and maybe we can talk a little about your particular home and see some of the options that are available. Thank you, sir.
My name is Leila Powell. I'm the Executive Director of the Brackenridge Park Conservancy, and I have a comment and a question. I do want to reiterate the Conservancy is very concerned about the quality of the water that comes into the river, and has spent a lot of time talking with all of our partners about trying to maintain and improve the environmental quality of the park. And so dumping a lot more very dirty water quickly into the park is not necessarily something we're excited about, but I look forward to hearing about how you are going to deal with that. The comment is that, or maybe it's also a question, the double left turn lanes from northbound Broadway onto Hildebrand, I need to have explained to me in a little more detail how that helps with the traffic if you're not actually widening Hildebrand. Because it does seem like Hildebrand backs up itself, and so you may get through the intersection faster, but you're not actually gaining any time on your travel. The other question is, do you plan to route the Mulberry traffic through the park using park roads during the period when Mulberry is closed? Thank you.
Thank you. On the first question, one of the keys to why Hildebrand and Broadway bogged down now is because the Broadway-Hildebrand intersection does not have enough capacity to get people through. Again, I mentioned 30,000 vehicles a day on Broadway, 30,000 vehicles a day on Hildebrand, and those are recent traffic counts that have been taken. But one of the problems right now, again, is that Hildebrand does not have a left turn lane in the middle of it. So any single left turner blocks the through traffic. And there's, on the recent study that we did, there's over 200 left turners in 1 hour making the move just into Incarnate Word. So if they're coming from 281 and making the left into Incarnate Word, there's over 200 doing it in an hour. Okay, and each time that happens, it stops the through traffic. So the key there is solving that, because that then does not become a bottleneck anymore, and you can turn that double left in there and keep it moving. Will it always be perfect? Probably not, but it'll definitely help the flow through there. On the second question, I have to remember again.
The detour through the park.
Oh, the detour through the park. I don't know if that's been defined yet.
No, we're not detouring through the park. The detour is through Hildebrand and through Josephine and Grayson Street. Okay. But not through the park.
Annabelle Gutierrez is our project manager for that particular project. So thank you, Annabelle. Okay, any other questions? Again, I want to thank Maurice McDermott and the Witte for hosting tonight. Definitely want to thank all of you for being part of this process, for your vested interest in this area. And we'll take another question here. But definitely come back. I want everybody to sign in. Make sure you sign in as you leave. There's a sign in at the table back there. Put your email down if you're willing to do that. That way you can be up to date, as what's going on. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I have a question regarding the historic alligator garden site. What are the plans for this historically protected site?
What we're going to be doing to the alligator garden is we're going to, on the site right near the alligator garden, we're going to be creating the Alligator Garden Cafe, where we'll have a historic exhibition and interpretive strategy that kind of emulates what happened there, which they had fried rattlesnake and alligator stew. We won't have the alligators. We won't have the rattlesnakes. But we will do a historic kind of area that will nod to that fabulous experience that people have had for decades.
Is that currently that historically protected site?
I mean, the
alligator
concrete areas. I mean, this whole area is historic, but I don't know what you mean by protected.
Well, I noticed that the ornate gates have recently been removed.
Yes, we did remove them because we want to protect them as artifacts, and they will be reinstalled. absolutely, in our Alligator Garden Cafe.
Has the Texas Historical Society been made aware of
This
this
is
plan?
yes, the Texas Historic Commission.
Historical.
Yes, we're working very closely with them, and we're a history museum, so we're working closely with ourselves. It's a very, you're right, it's a really wonderful and important experience and site, and so we'll honor it. Well, but the gates are safe. They're in our collection
So
storage.
the site is going to be raised. It will be bulldozed.
We're not really sure at this point. Bulldoze, no. I'm not really sure how we haven't really worked on the plans right now. This is a concept, so we'll be working really closely with the Texas Historical Commission. What we did do is we took down the rock kind of roof that was falling down. It was really dangerous. But we took all the structures that were historic and we have them in the Witte Museum collection so that they're protected. And then they will be reinstalled. They'll be, I don't know, in some way, and we'll work closely with our historians to do that.
Will you have public meetings to ask the public how they would like to see the adaptive reuse of the alligator gardens proceed?
We have had many public meetings and we will continue to have them. Right now, we're not past concept on that. That's phase 3. In fact, it won't happen until after the SAWS project, so stay tuned to that. In fact, I'll talk to you. Let me get your contacts and we'll talk interpersonally here. Sidebar.
Well, again, thank you everybody for coming. Feel free to stick around and talk more specifically with some of the designers and project managers. And make sure you sign up on the way out. Thank you very much.